Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of What's the Chika?
Hello.
Today, we have a very, I know I say this all the time, but we are very excited because today we have the lovely and beautiful Bangs Garcia.
Hi. Good evening.
Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
How do you like to be called?
Yeah.
Is it Bangs or Valerie, Val? What's your preference?
Whichever you're comfortable with, really. Like.
There's no preference.
Do you get called
Valerie. My
Val?
friends call me Val.
Wow.
And at home, I'm called differently as well. Like my parents call me Ava.
Oh,
There's
wow.
lots of nicknames. Yeah, but anyway, you can call me Val or Bangs.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll say Val because feeling
Para mas close.
close.
I was gonna say. Why not?
Never.
Like everyone knows about the Philippines now.
What does it mean to be Filipino British?
British Filipino, fresh Filipino.
Oh my God, yeah. The Fobs, I was
Yeah.
aware that we have to have those two different identities.
3, 2, 1, action.
I just want to have like open chats that are just like naked.
My name is Jem.
I'm Leah.
So before we get started, could you give us a brief introduction into who you are and what you do, what you've done?
Okay. I thought you were gonna do that for me. But anyway, so I'm a former film and TV actress, but now here I rather call myself an entrepreneur. Sounds cooler. Entrepreneur, mompreneur. Yeah. They do use that a lot for like, hands-on moms like
Right.
me, and then does business on the side, like loves side hustles.
Yeah.
A mompreneur. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, in the Philippines I was acting for TV series, and then movies came along and I enjoyed it because it's just it's less time consuming, I guess, because when I committed to doing soap operas, it's more of like a longer one, like it could run for a year, 6 months, whilst with the movie it could finish within a month or sometimes 3 weeks. Like if it's just an indie film. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I started accepting like more indie films and like movies as, in general after being exposed in soap operas. But people, I guess, might have watched me more on TV series, like drama ones, lots of crying. Oh, it was really exhausting. Yeah, those were the days. But I'm like, I'm a go-getter. I really want to try anything, everything.
Oh.
Especially when I was still young. I was, I think, 18 when I entered show business.
Really? That's
Oh my God, young.
Yes.
You've constantly working since then.
Yes, so I started in a model search, Close Up to Fame.
Close up the toothpaste brands.
Yes, so we were actually the second reality show. The first one was like, I think Colgate or Colgate something, and then Close Up to Fame came out, and then PBB came out.
After-
PBB
oh.
Teens, the first ever. In fact, I was supposed to be in that
The first
episode.
PBB.
Yes, along with Kim Chu,
Yes,
Gerald.
Gerald
Yeah, it's
Anderson.
crazy.
Oh,
But so
wow.
I auditioned for it. My manager made me audition for it, but I was really fed up with competitions already because I've just been to one. The Close Up to Fame is a model search, so it's a competition.
Yeah.
And the winner would the prize was you're gonna get your own you can have your own commercial for Close Up, and then a few guestings, but that's it. Like no promises after that. I wasn't the winner. I was one of the runner-ups, but yet I was the last man standing in the industry. Like everybody went back to their provinces. There were, by the way, just a trivia. There were 52 candidates there, and from 52 down to 6. And out of the 6 candidates, 5 were from Davao City.
Ah,
Oh, from where you're from.
And that's where
I'm originally from Davao City.
I was gonna
I'm
ask
such a
basically.
proud
Yeah.
Davaoeña.
That's good. You're Bisaya.
Yeah, yes, kabalo kong Bisaya.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
you don't know? Okay, sorry.
But I wanted
got
to touch
excited.
upon your roots from when you started, I guess, childhood-wise.
Mm-hmm.
You said you grew up in Davao.
Yeah.
What's your childhood like? Did you grow up with your parents?
I grew up with my parents. It was pretty normal, I guess. I came from a middle class family. I grew up comfortably. Like we were sent to a good school. I went to Ateneo de Davao.
Yeah.
My sister went to the same school as well. And yeah, but you know what? Even though I was born and raised in Davao City, my family never spoke to me in Bisaya because they're both Tagalog. My dad's originally from Bicol and my mom's from Nueva Ecija. So they're really Tagalog.
yeah.
And I just learned how to speak Bisaya because of my classmates,
School and stuff,
our
yeah.
helpers. Actually, my main teachers were our helpers because I get so annoyed before when they speak in Bisaya and I don't understand anything. I said, "You gotta teach me." And then I learned. And funnily, when I moved to Manila, that's when I learned more Bisaya. Because I always got invited to mall shows, provincial shows like Cebu, like Cotabato or something like that, somewhere Bisaya. And I felt embarrassed when I didn't speak much Bisaya and I was born and raised in Davao.
You wanted to represent.
Yes. So I learned more. I kept asking, I asked a lot of Bisaya friends to teach me. And then I learned.
That's
I
good.
easily, I quickly learn, luckily.
Fluent
Yeah.
ba?
Not so fluent, but definitely I could
understand.
understand. Like anybody could speak to me straight Bisaya, and I would understand it. Yeah.
There's a lot of Bisaya here in the UK.
Yeah,
Yes.
loads.
Every time I go to Barrio Festas, I think majority are from Mindanao or Visayas. Yes.
I know you met Kuya Ferdy. He's done photos for you.
How are you related?
I know, we've done like events together.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
he's such a great photographer.
Isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So we.
Big up Kuya Ferdy.
He's so good. So thanks to Nice Print Photo because they recommended him to me.
Okay.
And when I saw him, I said, "Oh my gosh, I know you. We know each other." 7 years ago, he went to my flat.
Oh.
He went to my flat with Miss Rose Aclarinal to interview me for ABS-CBN News when I just migrated. I just gave birth to my first child. And they interviewed me about my birth experience, about my move to the UK. And he was the videographer at that time.
Oh
That was crazy. Yeah. And then we
Wow,
crossed
small
paths
world.
again. And I never knew that he's such a great photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's very talented.
I didn't know he done videography as well. I thought he just did photos,
Yeah, I know.
He's more on
He's like a
photos
full
now.
on, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
He's amazing.
He
He's
can
an
kind of do
all-arounder.
everything. But he would go into Bisaya sometimes, and I'm like,
Oh, is
I
it
want to
Bisaya?
know what you're saying.
It's fun. It's fun actually. to
Because it
learn.
sounds so fun, like they're laughing all the time. And I want to get involved.
Exactly. I was watching it's not podcast, but Melai has a show in the Philippines, and it's sort of like a podcast format but interview, and it's in Bisaya, the whole thing. So she interviews people in showbiz that are Bisaya.
Okay.
I do watch it. I don't understand, but I just like the vibe of it because it's hilarious and
Yeah, they are
it's very
hilarious, I
right.
know. The
Yeah,
way they say
characters.
things, it's just like funnier.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know
That's
why.
what- yeah.
It's like it's
Animated, I guess.
impactful.
It's like a Mabangan as well. It's quite animated with the tones.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
So,
were we?
I know. It's all right. We'll just get lost anyways. We'll just keep carrying on.
so when did you move here to the UK?
Oh yeah. Okay. 2017. I believe I was 7 or 8 months pregnant with my first child.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I traveled alone with that big belly.
Oh, bless
Oh my
you.
God.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So I got pregnant 3 months after our wedding, our beach wedding
Oh, where?
in Boracay.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Lovely.
So 3 months after that, I got pregnant, and then I was still in the process of having my visa sorted out.
Okay.
So, and Brexit came along,
Oh.
and it
As
delayed. It got
if.
delayed. So I was really getting anxious. I thought I was just gonna give birth in the Philippines. I was getting having negative thoughts already.
Right.
Like, what if it doesn't arrive on time, and then I'm gonna give
Yeah.
birth? What if something happens to my slip here? Full of negative thoughts. And then,
bless you.
luckily my husband is really supportive and very positive. He keeps encouraging me. No, 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 it's gonna come soon. And my in-laws are very helpful. They it came to a point where my father-in-law sent a message to the PM, the assistant of the prime minister.
Really?
Really getting, because we paid really
Right.
well and all that. We even like paid for the expedition of it, but nothing was happening just because of the Brexit.
Brexit,
And then
yeah.
we provided all of the right
Paperwork and
paperwork
stuff,
and all
yeah.
that. So what's wrong? So that was what he was like talking to them about, like what's holding it. There's nothing wrong. The Brexit doesn't have to be a problem with me, Anyway, so it actually helped.
Yeah.
It really helped. I
So they
think
sort of kind of rushed the
yes.
process. That's
Sometimes
good
you just
though.
have to.
Yeah, put yourself out there and just go.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You gotta speak, and otherwise you gotta talk to them. Otherwise, you're not gonna get anything, So yeah, it was very helpful. I'm so glad they did that, and I think 1 week after that, it just came.
Wow.
And so the next thing I know, I was already on the plane with my big belly. I think that was in October, and I gave birth in December.
Wow.
So
What year is
a
this?
lot of things happening to me. Like I was pregnant, so I was gonna give birth, and we were moving to a new home, moving to a different country, and number one was leaving my career behind.
Yeah.
Right?
What year was this?
2017.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
This is pre-COVID.
Huh? Sorry.
Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID,
wasn't it,
yes.
before?
And everybody were just shocked because I don't think I've really told anybody that I'm gonna be moving to the UK, and my career was going well. So all of my friends thought that it's my husband who's gonna move there, but instead it was the other way around. And I'm such a spontaneous person. I'm up for adventures, I'm always up for trying new things. So why not? Like I can move here. I mean, I want to be with my husband. I want to start a family here.
Yeah.
Plus, I've seen how my in-laws have brought up my husband and his brother, and it's really good. Like what the great thing about bringing up children here is the independence.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
100%.
like that
definitely.
they don't rely on yayas, on helpers.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine myself having my kids looked after by someone else. So that's why it was a no-brainer for me. Like I'm gonna leave my career. It's all about our family now. I'm so family orientated. So
Oh, that's lovely.
yeah. So
Are you like are you mostly like you don't have a full-time job then? Are you do your side things
My-
and look after your girls at the same time? Is
yes,
that what you're doing?
that's
Yeah.
what. So when I moved here, I didn't really feel that I've actually left my career because of social media.
Yeah, you're doing
because
a lot
I always
still.
get a lot of gigs through social media, and I always get invited to Filipino events.
Yeah.
Luckily, I also perform on stage. I sing and I dance and I host as well. So I could I don't really need to just always act. I can do other stuff as well. I
It
also
can work around your family, isn't it?
yes,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
best thing about I focus on social media gigs because I can create content at home and take care of my kids at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like a dream job for every mom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Best of both
Yes.
worlds.
Plus, sometimes I get to take my entire family to let's say Turkey, and they all expenses paid, the hotel, the plane
wow.
fare.
Wow, Sana.
And
I know,
that's
the
And get
so
paid
good.
at the
And
same time.
yes. Yeah, even if it's
For
just
the
an X deal, I
family.
don't mind because I mean all expenses paid. I
Yeah.
mean that's
Yeah,
such a, and
I'll
I
take it.
get to have a free holiday.
Yeah.
So okay, I can't complain about this kind of job. I am savoring it.
When
Do
you
you-
say
sorry.
I was just gonna ask. When you say X deal, what does that mean?
X. Oh yeah, it's my friend Jaycee always asks me because I always tell her that like it's good to have like X deal collaborations with celebrities sometimes. So it's like a win-win situation for example, an influencer. Instead of getting paid by the company, you get the stuff, and in exchange of a promotion, social media marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Like
of
a
course you
collaboration, pretty much.
gotta choose the product well as well. Like
Yeah.
go for the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be worth your. I mean, posting creating a content is not easy. It's very
Yeah.
time consuming. That's what other people don't know. It may look easy to watch, but actually sometimes one content takes a week or days,
Yeah.
sometimes months. Like it depends on what you are creating really. But the effort that we put in, a lot of people don't know about that.
Right.
So you gotta make sure that you don't always do X deals with everybody. Choose the right ones. The right
Is it
ones.
more to go with your brand, or just more if you support the brand itself or the person that you're collaborating with?
First of all, I have to make sure that, for example, if it's a beauty product, I have to make sure that I am promoting something really effective as well. Before I promote something, I have to try it myself first, because I don't wanna lose credibility. My goal is to help and inspire people. I want to help people choose the right things. So I should make sure, first of all, that it is effective and it's safe. So it doesn't have to always go with my brand. I'm not choosy like that. It has to be, as long as it's effective, and as long as I know that it could help someone, then I would go for it. Yeah.
Do you find that you're approached more by brands in the Philippines or here now?
Maybe still majority Philippines. I mean, since I've already built my name in the Philippines, why not strike while the iron is still hot, right?
Yeah.
So I still take advantage of that. But at the same time, I want to broaden my network here in the UK. So I am beginning to do that actually, which is really good. So it's now probably maybe 70% Filipino, 30% non-Filipino ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, not bad, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
I've
jumping
just
into a different market, I guess.
especially that I've just started spreading my wings again, because as I've said, I've been such a hands-on. I mean, I still am. I'm still a hands-on mom, but my kids are getting older now, so I can actually leave them with my in-laws now whenever I need help. They're very supportive. I love them. Like I'm so blessed. Like I'm so
That's
blessed
really
because
good.
I hear a lot of like stories from my moms of my daughter's classmates, and they're Filipinos as well, and they struggle with things like this. Like, who's gonna do the school run?
Right.
Where am I gonna? They can't even date their husband anymore because,
They're so
it's
busy
always
from- yeah.
busy. I'm so lucky with my situation. That's why I'm so grateful. That's what woke me up as well from my depression. Like I have to be grateful with even the smallest things. Like compare yourself to the other ones, like they're struggling more, like have more problems they have, deeper problems
Yeah.
than I do. So I have to constantly remind myself that I am so lucky. Yeah.
takes
I
a
don't know if you.
village.
Sorry, maybe I've jumped. I'm not sure if you knew that I've been depressed.
No.
No. I've seen it on your YouTube that
Yes.
you've opened up.
Sometimes I feel like everybody knew that because I was interviewed in Magandang Buhay in
Right.
the Philippines, and it circulated online. So, and I am open about it.
Okay.
Like I think it's good to
Yeah.
like make people aware of it so that they
Yeah.
would know how to handle it themselves. And I sometimes give tips to my friends who are going through depression as well.
Yeah.
It's good to talk about it. The more you talk about it, the more it's the first step to healing.
I agree. I think especially with our culture, it's something that's not spoken about.
Yes,
Especially
they
with
think-
parents, we don't really talk about mental health. And so putting that
Yes.
awareness out there for someone like you, it really helps talk about it, I guess.
Especially
Yeah.
in the
And
Philippines.
it's part of healing, like you said.
They get embarrassed
Yeah.
talking about
It's
it.
not taken seriously
No.
there, I think.
Because
Like,
it's sort of, for them, it's sort of a sign of weakness.
yeah.
That's what I thought until it happened to me.
Right.
So it took me a while before I admitted it. So I just thought that, oh, this is just like blues from, because it was a postpartum depression.
Okay.
So after my second baby, that's when it really got real. Like I thought I was just blaming my period, and I thought this is just gonna go away. But then even though I didn't have my period, it was just worse. So and then I started having negative thoughts, and then I'm such a positive person. So that when I started having negative thoughts, that's when I thought, this is not me, and I don't like this version of myself, and I really want to wake up from it, like and so I started talking to my husband. I voiced it out to him. Luckily I have a best friend in London. She's a nurse. And then I started seeing her more often. Like every week we would go out, like just like a girls' night out, like that. And then we would vent out to each other. That really helped a lot. You know, talking
need that.
about it really helps. So that is the first step. Whenever someone's depressed, you have to make sure to don't bottle it up. Voice it out. And then acceptance. You got to accept that you are going through this. It's not a joke to go through depression. And it's not like just medicine. It's like having having a strong foundation, like with your family and your friends, the bond with them, because that's what basically healed me. My husband would always take me. So this is pandemic time.
Right. So that's an additional
So
layer.
extremely
Yeah.
challenging, because before maybe if pandemic didn't happen, I would have been that depressed. Maybe I could have just flown to the Philippines and then spent time with my family, and then it would go away. Maybe, but yeah, I'm not sure. But definitely the pandemic made it worse. So you couldn't go anywhere else but the woods. And then I remember going to the grocery store. It was like, wow, this is like a theme park.
Right.
It's a new thing. Yeah.
And everyone's queuing outside. Did you remember
Yes,
that?
no
Oh
joke.
gosh.
My eldest, like, because you would take turns, like, you're not allowed to go as a family.
Right.
It became it became that
Numbers,
bad.
isn't it?
And then my husband told me, like, Amelia would really say it out loud as soon as she enters Sainsbury's. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy time, right?
Yeah.
If you recall, like, it's crazy. But so anyway, thanks to my husband, he would always take us to the woods to go walk, and then we would create our own simple games like throwing stones to the water. That was our, fun times.
Yeah.
Like, and that helped
Bonding.
me. That helped me recover from my, depression. And what else?
My question for you, obviously, it's good to have a foundation like friends, family that are around you to support with depression. What about like if you don't have that support system? What do
Yes.
you think your advice is when it comes to dealing with mental health, I guess?
Well, here in the UK, there are a lot of organizations, right? Like offering help. I think if they don't have that, they don't have family and friends around them, I think they should reach out to these organizations and have bond with them, like vent out to them, because they will all share the same, problems, issues. So I think it would really help them still. And also, like, find something, like, put your energy into something, like a hobby. Like, in my case, I'm a painter as well. I love painting. Painting is therapeutic. So, like, they can start doing something like that, something arts and crafts.
Yeah.
So I think that's very therapeutic. Exercise.
Yeah.
Walking.
Oh,
You know what?
yeah.
Simple walking outside the neighborhood. I think getting the sun would really help a
definitely.
lot. It will help clear your
sun.
mind.
Yeah.
This place don't get sun though.
I know what you mean.
But I agree with the exercise.
But
I
the
think
walking.
I haven't really exercised as much, but this year I started and I saw the difference in my mental health and how it's affected it.
Yeah.
Like you're
I
just
could
your
even
mind's
see a
clearer.
difference in you when you were
No, but it feels
glow was
great.
different.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, I think I agree with you when it comes to with mental health. Exercise is such a big thing,
Exercise,
and you need
right?
to look after your physical health to then work on your inner self.
Yes, yeah.
For sure.
Thank you so much for opening up about that because
Yeah.
I think it's really
not
important
easy.
to talk about.
It is.
So was this shortly after you had moved to the UK?
So I felt down for a while after my first pregnancy, after giving birth to my first child. But then because I think the feeling of being a new mom, the feelings were concealed by that new place, new country, new family,
Yeah.
it was covered up. And then 2 years and a half after, I got pregnant again. And then, I've been through this, been done, I've been there, done that. And then suddenly pandemic happened. It just really made it bad. Like the blues became depression. So yeah, it was really difficult. Even if I didn't go through the depression, the settling phase is hard enough.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you know what?
Homesick? Did you feel homesick a lot?
Yes, I felt homesick. But this is the thing. Before I moved to the UK, I did some preparations. So I thought I was so confident that I'm easily gonna adapt in this country.
Right.
That I'm not gonna go through depression. That's just for the weak people. Like I thought that's how I thought. Really, that's an honest thing. But so before I moved to the UK, I told I had a PA, a personal assistant. So she lived with me, and a year before I moved, I talked to her and I told her, sorry, but I think I gotta start being independent now. You know, I still kept my driver. I had a driver. Gradually. Shock ako. Pero, I mean, at home, I was so independent. I wanted to do everything
Okay.
on my own.
Like in terms of like cleaning, cooking, all of it being domestic.
I cooked anyway. I really love cooking.
Oh, good.
But like the laundry, actually no, my laundry pala. Cleaning, the organizing of stuff, like you
Yeah.
know, washing of dishes, like that, those things, little things. And then it was very emotional because she became my confidant, and she was really close to me. Luz, if you're listening, hi Luz, Luz Layosa. That's her name. I think she's in the Middle East now, like working. Yeah, I think she's working abroad.
there.
Yeah.
Nice. Good for her.
Yeah, she's really close. She was really like family to me. She would come. I would bring her with me everywhere I went. Like if I had shows in Japan, in Canada, like
Really? You
yeah.
took her with you?
Yes,
Wow.
that's how close we were. It was really difficult, like letting go of her.
bet.
But I had to do it because I don't want to get shocked
Yeah.
when I move here. But then
Did you get shot?
I didn't get shocked, but I gradually like got homesick. Because I'm such a workaholic, I kind of missed that fast-paced life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm busy already. I'm busy in a different way as a mom, but like career-wise, you know, I felt like I was like just a mom. That's it. And
Yeah, you missed the gigs, you know,
yes,
projects.
yeah, I missed acting. I missed everything. I did. I don't remember myself being at home really. Like every day, I did something. I remember when I don't have tapings, I've got shows in provinces or mall shows. Like I'm really active, extremely active. Sometimes I a little bit too much, I think. I was gymming as well, and then after the gym, I would do some dance class, and then the next day I would do archery, and then the next day I would do culinary. It's like I wanted to do everything.
Archery.
Yeah,
That's
archery.
cool.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I got Hunger Games. I got wins.
Inspired.
Yeah.
Is that a normal thing? Sorry. Is that a normal thing with celebrities in Philippines where you are constantly active? Obviously, what we see is television, but behind all of that, are you constantly busy? Is there shows? You're traveling, you're working out, you're doing all of that. Is that a normal celebrity lifestyle there?
I don't think all of the celebrities
Oh,
do
fine.
this. I think this is because my family are based in Davao, and I always want to keep myself preoccupied. Otherwise, I just miss them.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you
because
never liked being at home in Manila.
no, I always wanted to be out. I always wanted to do things. I want to keep. I want to be productive all the time, and I couldn't just fly to Davao anytime I wanted because I was committed to like I have contracts for like let's say a soap opera, so I can't just like go back to Davao. So I have to stay in Manila. Yeah.
So I guess when you came here, you were really busy being a mum, but you also had a lot more time to think about family and miss them. And
Yes, and it slowly sunk into me after after my second baby. Like I really do miss this now. Plus, when the pandemic happened, there were no events, right?
Yeah.
No events for a long time, and events make me excited. It makes me happy, and it reunites me with Filipino communities across the UK. So it was really something fun, and my kids grew up watching me on stage. And
that's so
in
nice.
some way, I am inspiring them, you know, like they're very confident. I don't even have to tell them to go on stage. They go on stage even when they don't need to. That's the problem. Overconfident.
Amazing.
So if they were like interested in getting into showbiz, is that something that you would like?
I told my husband that I wouldn't, but then now that I'm seeing their interest in whatever I do, they always say, "I want to be like mom when I grow up.
Aw.
And then how can you say no to that?
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to support them with anything that they want. Like, I'm not going to force them into anything. Me and my husband, we thought that, okay, we're just going to lay down options for them, and it's up to them which ones to choose. But we always have to make sure to encourage them to do studies first. Study. So you have a fallback. Yeah. So yeah.
This is, I think, a good country to have that, just laying down the options. Like you said earlier, you've learned independence, independence is such a big thing in England. So I think
Yes.
Kids growing up here, having all of those options, I think this is a great place to...
Yeah, I think
Let them grow up.
independence will contribute so much to the success that you can achieve when you grow up. I mean, when they grow up.
When they grow
I think because in the Philippines, it's just so easy to have help to
Yeah.
do everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like even when I go there,
I get a bit
I don't really
lazy.
do anything.
I get a bit lazy
Which
there.
is fair enough, because anyone can want to help you as well. It's not
Yeah.
like...
And I
Everyone's
think
just
people-
helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not. That's why Filipinos are known to be hospitable.
Even like when
right?
you're getting petrol for your car, like you don't even have to get out and do it
Yeah.
there.
We even have someone to open
Open the door. It's about, oh, yeah,
to press the button.
all there.
So true.
Oh my god, that's so true.
Yeah.
I
We
feel
actually
so
don't do
bad though
anything.
because they're sat in the lift for the whole day.
Yeah.
I'm
Filipinos
like,
don't
honestly, like,
complain.
think
I
I'm
know.
avoid. Pero nag-sit cellphone.
Yeah, on a brighter note, you're also helping them have jobs.
Yeah,
jobs, that's
absolutely.
So
True,
yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
win-win situation, I guess.
Whereas here, you have to do absolutely everything yourself.
Yeah.
I know. I learned the hard way.
Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I wish someone would just do my.
Oh my
petrol
gosh,
bill.
tell me about it. That's what, maybe that's the shock for me when I moved here, not the culture. It's me doing one-man shows all the time. Like when I'm doing contents, I'm the director, I'm the script writer, I'm the wardrobe, I'm the hairstylist, I'm the makeup artist, everything.
Yeah.
So it's all one-man show.
That's something Queen Thirty actually said to me. He said that you do your own hair and makeup. I was like, what?
Yes, I do.
You do your hair
Yes,
and-
yes,
oh,
I do.
Wow.
I love it. I
Like the
enjoy it.
L'Oreal.
Oh my gosh, you should do that.
I actually
That'd be
did
great.
when
On YouTube.
I did on YouTube, but it was a long time ago. I need to do an updated one. Yeah.
And skincare too.
Yeah.
You know, see, she was just asking me that earlier because, like, as I've mentioned to her earlier, about the food business, I want to venture into more food business in the future. But also, I said I want to venture out into skincare, like, or not necessarily skincare, beauty in general. And then she suggested stuff to me, like.
It's very on brand for you, I think.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
beauty
Yeah,
skincare.
you know what? That is something that I always get messages from, like from my
people
fans,
asking,
my
yeah.
followers. They always say, "What are your skincare brands? Like,
What are
do
you using?
Yeah.
How do you maintain your figure? How do you style your hair? How do you color it? Like everything. So anything I think related to beauty, I think it would really work well for me. Yeah,
Like a
go
day in
for
the
it.
life.
Yeah.
I need to see what you do.
Or like a beauty, you know, people do TikToks now that are like everything I do to like keep low maintenance, which is like all
Low
their
maintenance.
beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I see a lot of videos of
Yeah,
that.
you
I
should do
just
that.
don't have much
Defo.
time to do that. When you
Right.
have 2 kids running around, it's just crazy to juggle things. It's even a one short content for me, I have to like pause in between. I can't finish it in one day because of I have to prioritize the kids. Like I have
Yeah.
to cook for them, I have to feed them. It's like but I definitely enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy motherhood and I also enjoy my jobs right now. Yeah.
So is there anything that you miss about the Philippines? What would you say you
yes.
miss the
The
most?
most.
The beaches.
We have Pebbles beaches here.
Yeah.
And
And the water's
windy.
so dirty.
Oh god, yeah, you don't want
No,
to
they're
jump in the
pebbly.
water.
Who wants to go to a pebbly beach?
Windy.
Oh my
Cold.
gosh, yes, tell me about it. And I miss that our country is like it never sleeps.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Every
Yes.
time you need something, even in the middle of the night, you can get it somewhere. Like unlike here, Sunday 4 p.m. everything's shut.
Where
Like
do you live here?
in Wokingham,
Oh, is that Ken?
basically near Reading. Yeah.
Oh, so everything shuts
Yeah.
early around that
Yes,
side.
I know. It's
Oh my god,
crazy.
yeah, we were there the other day.
Yeah.
What,
we went
where?
there
In
for a
Wokingham
birthday
or
dinner.
Wokingham?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
went for food.
We were driving through. We were like,
Oh.
oh, this
Oh.
is really nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
it
my
is
god,
nice
yeah,
there.
it's a nice area.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's
Yeah, Wokingham
nice.
is actually a good place to live in.
Are you in
Quiet
London a lot?
though.
It is quiet, but at the same time, it's not too far from London. Like it's just
It's
Oh,
not,
yeah.
yeah,
an
it's
hour
train
drive.
rides, yeah.
Balance.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mind taking the train really. Like it's so easy, so much easier actually, because
Yeah.
you get quicker. You get there
It's
to the
so much
destination quicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in
So-
comparison to like your Manila life, it must be a huge contrast.
Yes, I do enjoy it at the same time because there are still a lot of Filipinos here. Like everywhere I go, there are a lot of Filipinos.
So many.
Wherever there are malls, there are Filipinos.
Yes.
Because we are such mall.
We are.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the mall culture.
Yeah.
We were
Yes.
talking about this because I just went home, and like everyone is always in the mall.
I know. It's like our favorite pastime.
Why
Yeah.
do you guys think though? Why is like
I don't
malls a
know,
big thing?
but
Obviously,
it's like-
Americans brought it over, but
It's like malls and food because if you go to a mall here, there are like some restaurants usually outside. If you go to a mall in the Philippines, there's like 3 floors of
yeah,
restaurants,
of just
Yes.
food, yeah.
and it's amazing.
Our malls are bigger.
Yeah,
Then the
massive.
malls
Huge.
So we have the
These
biggest
malls are
one in Asia as well.
Mall of Asia.
Wow.
I personally think it's because of the free aircon.
Oh my god,
Right?
That, in the Philippines, that is the number one reason
Yeah.
why people would want to go to.
100%. You know when there's no
great.
electricity,
Starbucks.
when it's like brown out or black
SB.
out, my dad and mum would just say, oh, let's go to the cinema so that they can have a nap in
my
the cinema
aircon.
whilst we watch for aircon.
I agree with that.
So
But you
yeah.
know what? It's a little bit too much sometimes. Too cold.
Cold.
Now.
So cold.
I find it too cold, especially in the cinemas.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's like crazy cold now. I couldn't take it.
so cold. Where
Okay,
are we?
so going back to your showbiz beginnings, so you said you started off with a model search kind of show.
So yeah, let me give you a trip down memory lane. Maybe let's start in Davao City.
Okay.
Because in Davao City, I was the winner of this inter-school competition called Campus Idols.
Okay.
So
Oh.
inter-school
Is it a
because I
talent
was
competition?
representing. It was more of like a performing acts thing. We did singing, dancing, acting. There was even a question and answer portion. It was like a pageant.
Oh,
and-
like a
okay.
pageant.
yeah, kind of, but inter-school.
All
I
around, yeah.
represented Ateneo de Davao, and then it was held in malls in Davao City. Like all the malls, we had a tour in each mall in particular areas, and then we had so every after school I would go straight to a rehearsal, or I would go to a briefing, like a meeting, like with a manager. And then it was a good one because I think that's what led me to the show business. It was like a stepping stone for me.
So was you always into dancing and singing?
Yes. More of dancing actually. Ever since I was a kid, I was really into dancing. And my sister would always tell me at 3 or 4 years old, hey, you really dance gracefully. And then, what's
wow.
graceful? It's like, that's when I started learning about the word graceful because my sister would always tell me that I'm such a graceful dancer at a very young age. She's 12 years older than me, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there only 2 of you?
There's 4 of us.
Oh.
And I'm the third. And then, so girl, boy, girl, boy.
Oh, that's
My
nice.
sister, my brother, my sister is 12 years older than me. My older brother is 9 years older than me. So a huge gap. And then
Wow.
me, and then my youngest brother is 2 years younger than me. And he's got Down syndrome. He's our angel, our forever baby.
Aw.
Yeah. So he's actually my number one fan. He would always support me in everything, in every acting gig, even in Manila.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you'd bring him along with you.
Yeah, all of the
That's
directors,
so
all of the
sweet.
staff, they know him.
Oh.
Yeah, and my mom, because there was a point in my showbiz life when my mom was my stage mom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Manager.
manager. She was my manager, and then she said, "I'm getting too old for this," and she suffered from arthritis, and she had to go back to Davao City. Yeah. Anyway, going back to Campus Idols.
Yeah.
Because Campus Idols was sponsored by Close Up to Fame. And I won that. And then I became a TV host for ABS-CBN Mindanao, KSP. It's Mindanao wide. It was shown in the entire Mindanao,
Right.
but it was ABS-CBN as well. And I was a host, and then the staff told me that there's this search for Close Up to Fame. Representatives of Davao City.
Right.
And I was scouted as well in the mall whilst I was walking. And I thought it was really meant to be
So
because
that's
people
actually a thing. People
Yeah.
did get
Yes,
scouted.
I did. I
Wow.
yes, and
I always used to wish I would when I was young.
Just walk around.
in full glam in the malls.
so yeah, I thought it was meant to be because people kept telling me to do this, and I did. I tried it, and I got in, and everything happened so fast. I just turned 18 years old, by the way, at that time. It was very memorable. As soon as I turned adult, that's when things happened so fast for
Yeah.
me, and it was very emotional because I have to go to Manila.
And
so
leave everything behind in
yes,
Davao.
and this was particularly hard for my dad. My dad, he wasn't into show business, so he never believed in this. Like he kind of looked down on celebrities before until I proved him wrong. Like
Yeah.
it depends on the person, you know. Anyway, he's very supportive now, but back then he was so uptight, and of course, I'm like a baby still for them,
Yeah.
and then my sister was already married, so I'm the only girl left.
Okay.
So it was really hard for him. And then thanks to my sister and my mom, they understood. They said this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
allow her. You'll never know, like, what could happen. And then she can always go back to school after this. That's what he wanted. It never did. Never happened. But that's what we promised him. That's why he said yes. So when I was about to go to the airport, oh my gosh, this is very memorable. We had a leather shop. And I remember going to the shop with my bag, and he was like, "No, you're not going." And then he grabbed the bag from me. He didn't really want me to go. And then I was crying. I was crying to my sister and to my mom. And then, don't worry, I will talk to him. We'll talk to him. And then I used to cry whenever I say this. I tell this story. Because my dad is just he was so strict. And I couldn't believe that he was convinced by my sister and my mom. And I don't know what they told him, but I remember promising him that I am going to go back to school after this competition. And then guess what? He went back. So he left. I thought he stormed out. And then guess what? He came back with the pocket money.
Oh, stop. You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
That's really nice of him to support.
I'm crying again. Oh my God, I can't believe I thought I'm over that. But every time I remember this, it's just really emotional because, I thought he was not gonna let me. And then he came back, he handed me cash. He held my hand and gave cash to me. And then that's it. That's when that was the beginning of my journey as an actress. And now I joke to him whenever I see him. I disobeyed you, pa, right? But guess what? Sometimes you gotta. Guess what? If I didn't disobey you, then I'm not gonna be an actress right now.
Yeah.
And it was such a blessing in disguise because our business, that leather shop that I've mentioned earlier, it was actually going down.
Wow.
Yes. And he was too prideful to admit that to me before, to any one of us, I guess. And so I entered that Close Up to Fame, didn't win, but then more opportunities came in. I became an actress after that. And then I started earning like quick. And before I was always asking pocket money from him every weekend until it was the other way around already.
Wow. So
I was
you're
the
sending
one
money.
giving back money.
That's so
And then I was like, oh my gosh, Ma, I didn't know, because my mom was already there with me. She was a stage mom. And I didn't know that this was happening. I was so oblivious. Like, I was so ignorant, naive, all of that. I was so young, so I never knew what was going around. I didn't know any of those family problems until I was in Manila, and I realized the gravity of the situation when I was already luckily when I was already earning.
Oh,
And then I said,
fine.
don't worry, I'm going to be looking after you now. So I became a
Oh,
breadwinner.
that is so lovely.
They probably just
That's lovely.
protected you as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? Whilst you are chasing your
Maybe.
dreams.
I know.
And that's nice of
That
them.
was really nice of them. Thanks to my sister and my mom. Really, I owe it to them a lot. And then I became an actress. And then, as I've said earlier, I was supposed to be in the PBB
PBB,
team.
yeah.
But
So what
then,
did you do instead of PBB?
Oh yeah. So I auditioned in 2 shows. The Let's Go.
Right.
Yes, the Let's Go and the PBB Teens. They the auditions came around the same time. But deep inside me, I really didn't want to do PBB. I told my manager that, but you need just grab every opportunity. He said, like, you need money, right? Like, you need to help your parents. And then, okay,
That's so
fine.
typical.
And then, luckily, maybe my manifestation was so strong. I really wanted to have a show already. And I've had enough of the competitions. My goodness,
Right.
like competition to another competition is like I'm tired of competing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Keeping up.
Yes,
That's a lot.
direct Lauren Joggy. So there were when I entered, I remember there were 50 of us entered in one massive room,
Right.
and we were lined up like in tens, and I was like I think on the 3rd row, and I was the only one asked to go forward.
Forward. Wow. Out of the 50.
Yeah.
What did you have to do?
He was asking me questions.
Oh, what, in the middle whilst everyone's queuing, like in a
Yeah,
line?
I think that was the first phase. And then I think that he spoke to my manager, and he found out that I've just done the Close Up to Fame, and I don't know his words, his exact words, but my manager told me that it would be unfair if I went to PBB and I've already had an exposure. I'm not really a fresh face anymore. They want like unexposed faces.
Right.
Yeah.
See.
So yeah, Let's Go launched
Which
earlier.
is what is Let's Go? I remember watching Let's Go, so but
Oh my
the ones I didn't
gosh.
watch because I remember you in it.
So that's where Bangs, the
Started.
name Bangs, was born.
really?
So yeah, Bangs. I was in the credits. I remember they still used my name, Valerie Garcia, as Bangs, and I was an emo chick.
Oh my god, wait, I think I remember this.
Right.
The only.
We're emos as well.
I'm the only.
I figured this out.
Well, you would really remember me because I'm the only actress who would cover her face.
Oh my god.
Literally, like half of your face
yeah.
was covered.
So if it's the other way, that time I remember when I go to malls, when actors they don't wanna be recognized, right? They cover up. But for me, it's the other way around.
Show your face.
I have to show my face so you wouldn't recognize me.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was really a bizarre thing. Like
Yeah.
I thought this is weird. Apparently when I auditioned, Direct Bobot Martiz, they said that they just made up my character on the spot when I auditioned. Because I had my bangs like Cleopatra bangs when I auditioned. It was straight cut before. Because of the Close Up to Fame. They did that for in the finale.
Wow, it all came to play.
You know what? I didn't want it. I didn't want that, but I had to. When you're just beginning, when you're just a
say
beginner,
yes
you
to
have to say yes to everything. Even when you don't want it.
go with
I
it.
just said yes, okay, fine. And then little did I know it's gonna be my stepping stone
yeah,
to
exactly.
being an actress.
Wow.
So now I'm grateful they did that.
Thanks for the close
Yeah,
up.
I close up. Yes, and then so when I auditioned, they said, you know what? Because their concept was like Friends, and a mixture of Friends and another youth-oriented sitcom in Korea. I can't remember the name now, but they want to combine it. But they said they really want to be unique.
Okay.
We gotta be unique. You can't just keep copying everything. We gotta
Right.
have a unique character. And then that's when they said, you know what? Let's call her this girl Bangs. And then that first day I auditioned, I was already accepted. Like instantly, I was accepted. And then, but I didn't know that they were gonna cover my face.
Oh yeah, because you had Cleopatra bangs, and
Yes.
this time
It was
Yeah,
like
they
hot.
wanted it to
on
be.
half of her face.
They wanted me to be like a rocker emo chick.
Right.
So they wanted to be sideways. And I remember they forced me to put a clip on pink strand
Oh, yes,
in the
yeah.
first few episodes.
Like Angelina Magdangal stretch.
Yeah, but pink or other purple, sometimes they change it.
Right.
They want it to really stand out like a proper rakista. And it didn't last for too long. I think we had problems with extensions. I think they didn't like it in the end. So they just stuck with the bangs covering my face. And then it became a hit.
Yeah.
It became a trend, and then I kept seeing a lot of students cutting their bangs sideways.
Oh my
And at
Oh
the
my
same
God, yeah.
time, rock bands were in at the
Yes.
moment. At that time, so I remember Sponge Cola. They got me.
Oh my
Sponge
God,
Cola,
yeah.
yes.
They actually I think that was already after the show. My character resonated with them, so they said, "We want to get this actress to model in their
Music video, was it?
video."
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it was very fun. It was the beginning of my journey as an actress, and I remember not liking my character for probably a couple of months because I said I wanted to be an actress, but how am I gonna be known if my face is covered?
Yeah.
and then I just said, I just gotta be grateful. Work is work, And then I gradually started loving my character. I fell in love with it actually. And then the Bangs character also resonated with a lot of the audience. And yeah, that's how it started.
How did you feel about just being out in public and people calling you Bangs? Obviously, that associated with your character.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it? Were you just open, or
It
was it annoying at some
was.
point?
Oh no! It was. I was flattered that I created an impact. Like the show created an impact, and I was happy that I was being recognized and all that. I was really excited. I actually wanted people to recognize me. So and at that time, but then it comes to a point when you've already built your name and you want more privacy, and yeah, it could get into the way. Like for example, when you're in a restaurant and you just want to have privacy, and some people just don't ask permission. They just
No, just
they
take photos
they
of
take a
you.
picture of you like you're in a zoo.
Yeah.
Like okay, picture here, picture there. So it came to that point. Like that's why I also enjoy being here. Like I enjoy the privacy. But I still enjoy both worlds because, as I've said, there are still a lot of Filipinos around here. They still take pictures of me, but they respect my privacy. They don't just like in the Philippines.
Just come to you and
Yeah.
They're more relaxed.
Yeah.
They're
Maybe
more
where you're not
tamed.
having to have it all the time here.
Yes, like I have had a break. But in the beginning, I want them to take pictures of me because that's like a sign that I am doing something right.
Yeah.
Like, it's a proof of my success, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being in a different country as well and being recognized still kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did you find it hard transitioning to become an actress? Like, did you have to get lessons? Like, how did you just like? Was
That's
it natural?
funny. Yeah, it was. I actually went in front of the camera right away.
Wow.
We were provided with some workshops, but it came after. It came after. I remember I just started acting in front of a camera without workshops.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Just
it was
straight
kind of
away. Was
like
it in you already?
Wow.
I
Natural.
guess so because remember in in Davao City, I did the Campus Idols thing.
Right, and
it
that's
kind
already
of like practiced me. It kind of warmed me up.
Yeah.
And I kind of like knew how to interact with people already. Like I was
Yeah.
comfortable.
Because I find with Filipino celebrities, it's such a thing where you have to be an all-arounder. You have
Yes.
to act,
Yeah, you
sing,
definitely you have
dance,
to
Yeah.
do
have to be good with
everything.
people, interviews,
Yeah.
It's like Korea and stuff, right?
and then
Yeah, I
like,
think
so.
it's the
stand
same.
out at the
Yeah.
same time.
When you're
There's a lot.
when you're an actor in the Philippines, they kind of expect you to sing, to know how to sing, to know how to dance and host at the same time. Even when you're not such a great singer, they would let you sing.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Like the whole performing art.
The
Yeah.
important thing for them is knowing how to handle yourself on stage, like knowing how to make the audience happy and interact with them. Like that's what they want. It's like a package for
It's
them.
a full entertainment
It doesn't matter if you
package,
don't
yeah.
sing that well, as long as you sing to the beat, to the tune.
Yeah.
And you know how to carry yourself in front of the audience and make them happy, That's
Is it Anne Curtis that isn't a great singer, but she always
Yeah.
She had concerts.
she embraces it.
She
Yeah.
had arena concerts.
That's
She
crazy.
can't even
I know
sing.
that.
Stop.
Arena.
She
know
beats
that.
proper art, like proper singers, like
Yeah.
sold out.
Proper singers don't have concerts.
It's
I love
crazy. That's good. Like that's a great confidence right there.
Yeah. Did you ever experience any sort of like toxicity in the Filipino showbiz industry?
Toxicity, yes, for
Really?
sure. Like when I was just beginning, and of course I did some sexy magazines, FHM, Maxim, and I
Were
did
you forced to do
Tanduay.
those?
Sorry,
Were you forced to do those?
first to do
Forced.
Oh,
Were
forced.
Was it part of like the management to you have to do these things
Not
to be part of-
forced, but I remember Tanduay offer came in when I was still in Let's Go. And I
So
thought,
young.
this is a youth-oriented sitcom. This
Yeah.
doesn't suit my image.
Image, yeah.
And then I think when I did Palos, and of course I did kissing scenes already and all that, it's like a more mature role, then that kind of aligns it. The sexy image. But before, I was a very, a teen actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I skipped. Like, I feel like, parang, that's, what's the term? Pilit akong nahinog.
Oh, you were.
I thought
yeah,
I
right.
could have waited longer, actually.
And done more
If
roles
I
to
had the
eventually get there.
choice, I could have waited longer. But I don't know. I think the offer of Tanduay was also almost what do you call this? Hard to
good to be
decline.
true.
Because what money wise is good.
Money wise, yes, and also I needed to provide for my family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But not the
Tanduay
Tandu-
endorsement was really good. They paid well, and then the exposure was really good, and then it aligned my. So that's when I accepted it. When I was already in Palos, and then of FHM came. They all came at the same time. Like I was having
Magazines.
covers in 1 month, sometimes in 2 magazines. So that was my limelight. Like this new actress. Like they said, fastest TV rising star, TV rising star, something like that. That I remember that was on the cover of the Maxim.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
like
That's
fast
so
rising star, something like that.
Oh, but then how did you feel about that? That you obviously had to go
It
forward.
was a bit awkward in the beginning, especially that my dad was very strict.
I was gonna
and,
say.
Yeah, how
there-
did that work?
Yes. So
I'll
Going
still get back to
it.
studies, Dad.
Goodbye to the studies. But anyway, I remember when I first had my kissing scene
Yeah.
in Palos, and I wasn't really briefed well about it. And it was done. We filmed in Macau. And I felt like I was a bit mismanaged. I think I was caught off guard. I wasn't ready for a kissing scene, and not just a kissing scene. It was a torrid kissing scene. So, yes. If it
It
was,
was your first
very
time
awkward.
doing that as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were really young
First
still
time.
too.
And when you're, I guess, in front of the camera and you're not briefed, you're just forced to do it because everyone else is working, so you feel like
it
you
was
have
like
to.
a mix of emotions
Pressure.
because you gotta make it look like you're really
Into it.
in love, and at the same time there are emotions because there was a bit of a crying scene after that. So it was very difficult, a lot of things to process, especially for my
Yeah.
age. I was really
Yeah.
young, and my manager wasn't there. I didn't know
that's
how to
hard.
handle it. I just said yes. And then the next thing I know, it was all over the news. And then my dad didn't speak to me for like 3 months. It was so awkward. Like, imagine, like, coming from a strict family and then watching you kissing someone on TV.
Yeah.
It's just a bit awkward,
Yeah.
weird. My mom was a bit more cooler than my dad. My mom was my
She
best
knew it was
friend.
work. isn't it?
Yeah, she was fine with it. She would show awkwardness in the beginning, but she'll shrug it off. But my dad, it was more difficult for him. And then, as I've said, I'm doing like sexy magazines already, and you were asking about toxicity.
Yeah.
I admit, there were like indecent proposals going through my manager. He never, in fairness to him, he never name dropped, because I guess they're like politicians.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are. Thankfully, I never asked because I don't want to like see this person,
mean?
face this person, and
Indecent proposal.
No, but like, yeah, what
they want to like,
kind of-
they call it, what do you call this? Like, you gotta go on date with that person and they will pay you a
Sort of
certain
like
amount.
escorting, I
Escort,
guess.
yes, sorry. The
Escorting.
term is escort. Okay, and then I asked my manager, okay, I go on a date with this guy. He pays me 2 million
Crazy.
pesos. Okay, and then
Is it
what
like that
makes-
money? Like,
Yes.
Oh yeah. Some
Okay.
people do like 9.
And
I've had
then,
9
and then I
million.
asked,
Oh my
okay, I go on a
gosh.
date. That easy? Yeah, that easy. What if he asks for more than that? Then that's up to you, they said. But how sure are you that you can say no after the huge amount of money
Right.
given to you?
Exactly.
So just don't accept it. Like, I don't want to take that risk. Oh
No,
my
good
gosh.
for you.
My parents didn't bring me up that way.
You tell them exactly.
I was brought up with so much dignity. Like, you gotta, keep that, be dignified. That's what I wanted to prove to my dad, because as I've said earlier, he looked down on celebrities.
Because of those side of things.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was aware for some reason. I don't know why, but he had some not so good terms. I don't want to say it, but he looked down on celebrities before, and little did he know that I was interested in going
Getting
into
into
show
it.
business. And then I just told myself, I promised myself, I'm gonna prove to him that it's wrong. Like, it depends on person.
Yeah,
it
you're not like
depends on a
any-
celebrity, because there are celebrities who
That-
are like that anywhere, not just in the Philippines.
Is it
Yeah,
unspoken?
Maybe
as
more.
well?
Yes,
I think it's a massive thing in the Philippines, though, isn't it? Like
yeah.
sugar daddies.
Is it like
Oh, yes.
known? Obviously, no name dropping, but is it? Do people know who the celebrities are that accept those kinds of proposals?
I don't know. I maybe indirectly.
Chats, isn't it? Yeah, like
okay.
hearsay.
There are
Yeah.
some. There are some who are like a bit open about it, I
Okay.
guess.
Oh.
But not. I mean, not on interviews, but maybe through friends.
Yeah.
They would
I
share it,
see.
and then that friend would share it to someone. But of course, Chinese whispers, like, you can never tell which is true, but sometimes being in the showbiz industry for that long, you kind of like hear a lot of things, and you kind of like accept the fact that as long as this person is not doing anything to you, like,
Then you're.
Yeah.
How did you
mind your own
protect-
business.
How did
Yeah.
you be able to protect yourself from all of that, being exposed to that sort of industry where it's crazy? How did you hold on to yourself and ground yourself?
I made sure that I made known to everybody that I had a boyfriend. That was like my fence. And then my boyfriend at that time, he had such a nice family. Like, they're very, so I missed that part of my, I'm very family orientated. So I kind of miss having a family on my side. And so I was always with my boyfriend and his family.
family.
And
In Manila.
I felt safe and secure.
Right.
Yeah, in Manila. So yeah, that's how I kind of like protected myself from these predators.
Yeah.
I
your
always say I have a boyfriend. Okay,
Was he in showbiz too?
I'm not into showbiz, guys.
Really? Is it just too much dramatic?
Much, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Too
it's
much
just so
politics.
difficult to maintain a relationship with a co-star. There will be undeniably some rivalries that will happen. That could happen. But I truly admire those ones who made it. Like, it's not easy. It's very difficult to maintain a relationship and even get married and get past all these.
In the public eye.
Yes, but it will be inevitable that they'll at some point there will be like a bit like of rivalry, or sometimes they just stick together just because of the projects. And
That's what I was going to ask you. In the Philippines, love teams are such a big thing.
yes,
Sometimes with those love teams, you see them, most of the time they're together, but are they actually together?
Is it real?
Is it real relationship? I mean, you don't have to.
I've always wondered this
just-
too.
I think some of them were not really together, and
the
they
beginning.
became together
After
and became
the
I
genuine.
see.
But so far, the love teams that I know of were really together. I just don't know if they stuck with each other for real, if because they really loved each other,
Right.
but because
Right.
they were
Yeah.
doing projects together. That's why I really admire those ones who really, like, went past that like stage. Like they've proved to us that they are really meant to be.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
more than just their job.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more than just the job. And I really didn't want that. That's why I never wanted to be in a love team. I never wanted to be stuck with just one partner. Like I wanted to explore, and I wanted to act and be successful without having to rely on like an on-screen partner,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you are you know what you wanted from the beginning.
Yes.
And you made it known in the
That's
business that this is what I want.
Yes, they kind of know me for being strong-willed. I
Really?
think, yeah,
That's
that's
good.
where I got that from my dad. Yeah, he brought me up like that. Thanks to him, actually, because my mom was so cool. Until now, she's very cool, and my dad is a strict one. So it was balanced. So yeah, I remember my dad. As I was growing up, he would say, "Bahala na." He would say these words, "Bahala na hindi tayo mayaman basta ang pera natin hindi galing sa anong term niya?
Masamang something?
Hindi galing sa nakaw or something like
Oh,
that.
right.
Like, yeah,
Like it's
something like
honest
that.
money.
Yeah,
It's
not
Yeah.
yeah. So he's a very dignified man.
Good.
Proud man.
A little bit too much sometimes. Politics, you can never talk politics with him. It's crazy. It's like he hates this, I hate this. Like he hates everybody. Yeah, he's a bit too much. So I'm in between my mom and my dad.
The
I was
balance.
neutralized.
Balance,
Yeah, I'm balanced.
I feel like we could talk about that we need another one to talk about that.
Oh, I know.
Your past is so interesting.
Yeah. Your
Just
past.
Oh,
Everything
your
is so
past.
your whole showbiz career.
Oh, my
is so
past. Yeah. It is
interesting.
very. Oh my gosh, I told
We could go on forever.
we're gonna.
Right.
You know, one day is not enough for me to talk about it.
I bet.
My
bring you
life is
back
very
for another
colorful.
An
I have lots.
update.
I feel like I'm such an old soul. I've experienced a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why when I met my husband, it was like a breath of fresh air. It felt like I've done a lot of things, and here he is living a simple life, and I loved it. I love that about him.
Aw.
So yeah.
How did you meet?
Segue.
Yeah,
That was a perfect time.
that was perfect.
Oh, in Boracay.
Is it?
Yes.
That's why you got
So-
married there too.
Yes, our third wedding. So we had three.
Three?
Get married.
Oh, sign that one.
So our first wedding was a secret. Like it was in 2016, civil wedding here in the UK.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the second one was in a church in Boracay, just a day before the the beach wedding.
Lovely.
So we really didn't plan to have three weddings. We wanted to have just one, just the beach one, because that's where we met. It's very meaningful to us. So it just made sense that we got married there.
Yeah.
But then, what happened was, his parents wanted us to get married here first because they said it's gonna be better for my citizenship, and a lot of
Okay.
their relatives who are already old couldn't fly to the Philippines for the beach wedding. So they said they want them to witness us getting married. And so, okay, they paid for it anyway. So I said, okay.
Why not?
His parents are so generous.
Right.
Yeah. And then, so we did the civil wedding in 2016. And in January 2017, church. So the church. So the story was, I am friends with the priest. So, di ba? Kaibigan ko mga pare. I have another story for that. So I have a priest friend. He was actually the one who married us in the beach.
Oh.
Yes, because this priest friend saw me at my worst.
Right.
And that's how we became friends. And then we kept in touch. We became really close. And then so I said it just also it will make sense if he witnesses me at the best part of my life.
Of your life, yeah.
Like worst and the best. Like, it's
that's
just
so
good.
sweet.
So I wanted him to see that how much I've progressed, in life, because he was the one who witnessed me at my lowest point. And he was also the one who suggested that we do a church wedding because we're both Catholic. He said that it would be nice if we get recognized by the wedding will be recognized by the church. Yes. So that's the
That's
story.
why you had a church before the beach one.
Yeah. Just
What-
in Boracay as well.
So what happened in the beach one? Was it just a celebration, or did you get officiated?
That's where we said our vows.
Oh.
So we never said vows during our first and second because we wanted to save
Save
it
it.
for the third one. That's why we cried there. Everything seemed so fresh still, even though we got married twice.
Yeah. It was
Because
like a build up.
Because there was a build up. Practice lang pala yun. And it's just so much different when your family and your friends are all there together, witnessing, your promises to each other.
Yeah.
It's just so much more special. So that's why we actually talked to each other. Nobody's crying. We're not gonna cry. But as I was walking down the aisle, oh my gosh. It was seeing my parents teary-eyed,
Oh.
and my mom was like crying. I said, "Ma, don't cry, please. You're gonna ruin my makeup." It was my parents who made me cry more, actually. And then, whilst walking down the aisle, I saw Lloyd sobbing more than me. So that even made me more emotional. So, oh my gosh, everybody's crying. All of our guests were crying. I think it's because it was very, what do you call this? It was very meaningful kasi we started in a long distance relationship and we proved
didn't know
everybody that it could work.
It works,
because
yeah.
everybody knows that I don't believe in long distance
Oh,
relationship.
really?
Yeah, I don't really want to be in a long distance relationship because I believe in physical touch. I always like cuddling.
Yeah.
So it's
Affection.
so it was constant reassurance from my husband that made us really work, really, because there were times when I would like lose hope. Yeah, it wasn't easy. It was really, that's why every 2 months there's a Philippines show.
Wow.
Good thing he's self-employed, so he can just
Right, so you
leave
can
anything.
work
Yeah.
from
Leave anything anytime he wanted. So he flew there almost every 2 months, I think.
Oh my god.
And then I
That's so
remember
nice.
I just
Grabe
had
ang
to think.
effort.
Yes, I know. That's why he's the one.
yeah, it's true.
Yes, I've never felt so close to someone who's like living far away, thousands of miles away from me, compared to my past ones who are just there, but
Just
yet
there.
I felt so distant. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I've never
yeah.
felt so close to anyone like that before. It was just him. He's really the one.
Wow.
You know what? I just want to share. We do Skypes, right? It worked
Skype?
perfectly well. It worked perfectly well for us kasi I have late nights. I finish late from my tapings, and then when I'm still up around 3 in the morning, he's about to get up.
Yeah.
Or is that right?
I
Tama
think
ba?
so.
Or
I think so.
8 hours.
yeah, I think
It's
so.
already in the morning.
Well, well,
Actually,
anyway.
that's evening or something.
I can't remember now. Okay, something like that.
Yeah.
Like I remember I would stay up to catch him before he goes to work or something like that. I can't remember now. But then there was a time when I was waiting for him to call me, and I'm really into quotations, poems, and I would always scroll like random ones online. And then whilst I was waiting for him, and so he rang me, I answered, and then I grabbed my phone to check what time it was, and then guess what? Something popped on my screen. Like I never saw it before in my entire life,
Right.
and then it said, "God whispered he is the one."
Oh my god.
It gave me goosebumps.
That is
Is that when you just was
amazing.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
this
you
is
know
it.
what?
Yeah.
I was really
I'm leaving
hoping.
everything behind.
When I met him, it was instant connection. Like crazy. It felt like we've known each other for a long time. Like as if we've met each other in the past, our past lives, if that's even true. I don't know, but it felt like that. Instant connection. And then I really hoped. I remember hoping that I hope he's the one. So the next day after I met him, I stalked right away. And guess what I saw? When I went to his Facebook, he didn't even have Instagram at that time yet. I think I don't,
Wow.
or maybe he did, but posted just one picture. I like guys like that. Like I don't like guys who keep showing off their abs and their
Right.
faces, like very vain guys. I'm not into those guys. I like under the radar guys.
Right.
And don't
Like the
I'm not
mystery.
even like aware how good looking they are. The guys like that. Anyway, That's very attractive for me. Anyway, so I checked his Instagram. I think he only had one picture. And Facebook, he was more active on Facebook. And guess what? His profile picture was his family.
Oh, another
Big
seg.
check.
Yeah, literally.
Green flag.
Green flag all around.
What? All of the guys I see, well, in the showbiz, like their abs or like their face or like doing cute stuff. None of those from him. Always family, family, and that's like a massive, big tick for me. Kasi sobrang family-oriented talaga ako. So anyway, I was so excited. I told my best friend right away. My best friends, because I have 5 best friends, and but I didn't like. I kind of like reserved the rest because I didn't want to like jinx it. Yeah, I didn't want to jinx it. And then the next thing they know, we're already engaged. But I just told them that I think he is the one. Yun lang yung sinabi ko. There's like, I'm just gonna.
You just know.
I just know. I just know.
Yeah.
When you meet the one, you just know.
Yeah,
I just
no,
can't
I
explain
agree.
it.
How did you like meet? Were you like on
I
the
know.
beach?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, not in the shore, but it's in Epic. You know Epic?
Oh, the beach club.
You know what?
I
It's still there.
Yeah, I was
It's
looking at it the
still
other
there.
day.
It's crazy.
I think, what is it?
It's
like
a
a beach
club,
club.
a
It's like
resto
on
bar.
beach.
Right.
So a restaurant in the day, and then it becomes a bar in the evening, and that's where we met. Oh my gosh! And I remember it was like a commercial. Seriously, when our eyes like met, it was like as if people disappeared.
Everything slowed down.
Pero, oh my gosh, that's like I never had. I thought it was like I think love at first sight because
Baka baby
I don't
number
believe-
3 na yan.
agad, yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we both agree. We thought it was we were struck by each other, and we kept looking for each other, and then we started. He came up to me, and then he introduced himself, which he actually never does. Like apparently his friend said he never approached
Well,
girls.
he's shy like that.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. And there was I remember when I saw him, he was gone after that, and I asked him, "Where did you go, by the way?" At that time, like when we were already dating. I had to go to the toilet and make sure that my hair was looking was making pa cute and all that. So and then the next thing I know, we were like chatting away. We forgotten about our friends. He was with his brother and his cousins, and then he's forgotten about them. I forgotten about my friends. We had our own world. We were chatting and chatting and chatting, and we were inseparable. That's when it started. And then you know what? We went back to Epic into 2023 because we spent Christmas with my family that year. But we went to Boracay first, and guess what? Well, we were telling our kids, to Amelia actually, because Amelia understands more now, the eldest. That's where mommy and daddy met. We can't believe that it's still there. And then the youngest one, I remember it was already nighttime, so there was like pumping music, lights. You know what? Isabella, the youngest one, dragged us into the place. Yeah, and then dance, and then yeah, they really love dancing. And every time there are lights and like loud music, they think it's always my show. Because that's what they grew up watching,
Yeah.
you know, me on stage here in Barrio Festas, like whatever Filipino festival,
Yeah.
they are used to seeing me. So every time there are stages or like loud music and lights, this is mommy's show. And that's so good, like the feeling, because she didn't even know that that's where we met, and we were saying to the staff there, oh my gosh, she doesn't even know that this is where her mommy and daddy met, and then she was like gravitated towards it. It's
Aw.
really
like full
It's
circle.
magical. I know,
it's
exactly.
magical. That was I was trying to say magical. I was lost. Anyway, it was a magical moment, and yeah, I believe I have a video and pictures in my phone, like as a memory. Yeah, it was really sweet.
And
Did I answer your questions?
Yeah, you did. No,
I told you I can jump from one topic to another.
no, which is good because we've gone through a lot.
on, I know you want to touch on.
Oh yes,
The restaurant.
the Cocina. Yes.
So, thank you for telling us about your past showbiz.
Yeah.
Can we talk about kind of your now and current ventures that you're going through?
Yes. So, I am, as I've said kanina, entrepreneur na ako, di ba? Anyway, I've just signed a contract with Di Cocina as a shareholder recently. So Di Cocina is a new Filipino restaurant in Hornsey Street.
Okay.
It's in Holloway Road.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. North London.
Yes, yeah. So they opened last year. And I don't know if you know about Catering.
Yes.
Yes.
They are
Yeah.
more known as Catering, the catering services. Yes, they've been running since 2011. And then, due to high demand, that's why they put up a restaurant last year.
Oh, it's their
I
restaurant.
didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that either.
So when you go there, actually, yeah, I want to invite you guys.
Yes, please.
Just
I'd
let
love
me
to
know.
go.
Yeah, you
Oh
should
my
text
God,
me
yeah.
and let's set a date. Let's all go together.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Catering actually catered for my
Your mum's
son's
60th.
first birthday and
And
my
your
mum's
mum's
60th.
60th. Oh, I
Yeah.
remember them.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
really?
great. Yeah.
You should. I will introduce you to the CEO, Dave, and it will be good for you guys to interview him as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
You
would
can
be
talk
good.
about
Yeah.
how they started and all that. It's really interesting. It's a family-owned business.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really nice. Like that's why I really love them. I really invested with them because there are, to be honest, there are a lot of Filipino restaurants, but
yeah.
still, there's a massive gap in the market. Right?
Oh,
we
yeah,
want to
there's so
have
much
more.
room
We want to
for
have
more.
more Filipino restaurants as much as there are Indian restaurants and Chinese restaurants.
Yes,
Yes.
sure.
We want to elevate the Filipino cuisine on a global stage. So
100%.
that is the goal, my goal, and the Di Cocina's goal.
Cocina.
It really aligns, and generally to elevate the Filipinos, on a global stage. We have to get ourselves out there and let the whole world know that Filipinos are very talented.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So anyway, Catering. I met them when they were still Catering in 2022. When I was looking for a caterer for Amelia's birthday party, my eldest one. And they were recommended to me by a friend, and they were, according to them, they're like the best caterers. So okay, that's a box ticked for me. I trust my friends, and why not? And then I messaged them. When I messaged them, they instantly replied, which means they have good customer service,
yeah.
right? So another box tick. It's like, wow, this is so smooth. Everything's like just falling into place. And then during the party, they arrived so early. Like they came there as a family, putting decorations together, setting up everything. They were really good. And then and then didn't take that long for them to set up the decorations. I was really impressed. It was really good, and then the food was amazing. All of the guests were impressed. They all asked for their business card after that. And then we kept in touch. And I've always wanted to invest into a restaurant business ever since I was in the Philippines. And when I moved here in the UK, that passion just became stronger. Maybe because I'm not acting anymore and I want to have like other options. I want to have a fallback. I can't just always rely on acting or on my social media. But then, since we've kept in touch, they approached me again to be an influencer. So before I became a shareholder, I was an influencer for Di Cocina for a few
Like an
months.
ambassador, like face of the restaurant.
Yes, like
sort of?
basically social media marketing.
Ah.
Okay.
Yes. And then it didn't take that long. They actually told me that I could be a shareholder. And yeah, it just happened so fast. It was like proper manifestation, I think, because I remember last year, was it last year? We were about to purchase a house because we used to live in a flat. And me and my husband, we thought that we're getting cramped there. We need to move to a house. And we just bought a house, and I remember it was not, I wanted to invest in a restaurant, but we were not ready financially. It was really difficult. And then we were able to recover quickly. And then I jokingly said to my husband, maybe I should start investing in a restaurant business because it just makes sense. I love food. We're foodies. So you know what? Again, manifestation. Like I got it right. It wasn't maybe a month after that. They just approached me again and they said, we truly value your job, your social media marketing. It's really attracting a lot of customers. So they said, yeah, we want to propose this to you. And then, wow, it was a no-brainer. I accepted right away. And then I love the terms and everything. And the best thing about Di Cocina is it's a 5-in-1 business. So they started as a catering and then now a restaurant. And they also do the decorating at the parties.
Right.
So decoration plus the catering, which they basically did for my daughter's birthday. So that's one side. And then a pop-up. We just launched the pop-up Filipino grocery store.
Oh,
Yeah.
where is it?
Where?
It's inside the restaurant.
Oh, is it?
It's just
So
like
all
a mini
around
pop up. So we're gonna put more products in it. Like we're just starting small, but we want it to be very convenient. Like more than just like a space to eat. We want to create like a cultural hub for food lovers where we could all enjoy the Filipino culture. You know,
Get the community
get it
together.
together. Yeah, unify the Filipinos
Yeah.
across the UK. We also have karaoke in there.
Oh.
Like, yeah, and
Would you be there?
yes, and you could sing like
Oh, yes.
anytime you
Is there
want.
red
Like after
horse
you
there?
sit. Yeah. So the fifth one is like we're about to launch this. We want to have an events company separate, like where we can offer also planning at the same time.
Oh, events planning.
Events planning, events coordinating, catering, all in one. Because apparently they've been approached by a lot of people saying that, those busy ones that they just want to pay and just not be stress free.
Yeah.
We just want to pay for this and you just do everything.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
we are planning to launch that soon, and there will be like a special
Oh.
package where I will be one of the project managers. So I
Oh,
will.
wow.
They said,
Exciting.
yeah.
You're definitely an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You have so much on your list.
A
right now.
mumpreneur.
And
Mumpreneur.
that's the reason why I chose Di Cocina, because all of my passion put in one.
In one.
Like they're
Yeah.
already doing it and they're already experienced. So I really trust them, like they have all the tools. I just have to make good use of it. And then we can like exchange ideas. I really believe that our partnership is very promising. Like they even told me when I signed the contract, they said, you know what, you are the one last missing piece in this team. I really felt so. You know what? That was like the greatest compliment ever. It's amazing. It's like, I really believe that we can soar higher together, me and the Di Cocina team. Yeah, it's really good. You should go there.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, wait, yeah, let's
That's
definitely try.
the next venture then.
That's the next venture. We're actually
Lovely.
finalizing it tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yes, kasi gusto talaga nila ng may package like me being announced as the project manager.
Right.
Me planning it. I even proposed to them another idea. Oh my gosh. I said I also added there that I can also do some makeup for example,
Oh
for
my
the
gosh,
bride.
Yeah.
Because I paint,
Exactly.
right? So I love putting on makeup as well. So I think I'm ready now to put on makeup on someone
On
else
some-
and
yeah.
make your face a canvas, like for example.
Yeah.
And
On this special
styling, like
Well, you really are a mumpreneur.
I actually
So
love.
many hats.
I have a lot of passion.
Have you always been like business minded like that?
Ever
Or was it since showbiz?
I think so. I was into property development. Like I wanted to invest in property development, like buy a shabby space and make it nice and have it rented out to businesses. And then when I met my husband, he's into property development. It was like crazy. It was like meant to be.
Stars
Kasi
aligning,
that is
yeah.
his passion. And it's and I told him we're gonna do this together. Like we can create an empire, a property development empire. That is our dream.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
I
sounds
love
like a
that
dream.
Yeah, doesn't it?
And having a dream with your husband is even more of a dream.
Yay.
I
Because
know.
some couples.
Teamwork makes a dream work.
Yes.
That is true. I believe in that. That's why kailangan yung partner mo, best friend mo.
Oh, for sure. You have to have that support
Yeah,
system.
it really
for sure.
is very helpful.
So we're gonna go on to the next segment, which is Fast Chika. We're just going to shout out questions, and then you have to answer really quickly. But we're gonna go around.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
want to start this one?
Yes. 3, 2, 1. Going back to showbiz, yay or nay?
Yay.
Childhood in the Philippines or UK?
Sorry?
Childhood.
Oh,
in the
childhood. Oh. UK.
Oh, favorite character you ever played?
Oh my gosh. Segunda Mano. I forgot my name there, but Segunda Mano. That's where I first won my Best Supporting Actress. It was very challenging. Yeah.
English or Filipino, guys?
Oh. Can it be in between?
Basically.
50-50, you have to say. Yes, I do love the fact that he has the Filipino values. And at the same time, as I've said, they're brought up independent, right? And I love that about him being British. So,
50-50.
50-50. Favorite skincare brand?
ooh, La Roche-Posay.
Oh, love them.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Must do in your skincare routine.
Must do. Morning or evening? I think the toner. I can't live without a toner.
For both evening and...
Yeah, I use it both morning and night. I think I break out when I don't have it.
London or Manila or Davao?
Ooh. Okay, it depends on what though. Like what in terms of
Living.
oh living. Oh my gosh. London? London, I guess.
Christmas roast or Noche Buena?
Oh. Oh my gosh, I love both as well.
It's so different.
Yeah, it's so different. It's so incomparable. Both.
Marian Rivera or Ann Curtis?
Oh. Marian Rivera.
Favorite dish from Di Cocina?
Kare kare.
Oh, yes.
Right. It's not chat on every episode. I swear we've said kare on every episode.
Pancit or palabok?
Pancit.
A Showbiz beauty secret.
Beauty secret? Oh, I can't think of any.
Is there like a routine that you have to do?
Showbiz beauty secret. I don't think it's a secret. Like, I take a lot of collagen.
Okay.
I think it really helps because as we get older, we have natural collagen in the body, diba? But as we get older, it diminishes. So we need to help our body, fool our bodies that it's young still. So like I take a lot of collagen. I think it contributes to my youthful glow, I guess.
I see.
Balot, eat or skip?
I drink the soup, but I don't eat it.
Dream collaboration.
Oh, dream collaboration with anything, and it's always like a luxury travel, like airplane.
Oh,
like,
airline.
Airline, luxury airline. Like for
yeah.
example, first class trip to somewhere.
Gosh, Emirates. Mohammed Emirates. I want to shower in your plane.
That is my dream.
Or like, have you seen those like where they have suites? They have like rooms.
Full on.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to have that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna manifest it.
Manifest it. And then bring us with you. Favorite silog dish.
Huh?
Favorite silog dish.
Tapsilog.
Oh, me too.
yeah.
Thanks.
Favorite British dish?
Roast.
Oh yeah, that's a
The
good
roast, I guess, yeah.
I think we already know this one, but favorite place for a vacation in the Philippines?
Morocco. Of course, number one.
Favorite movie of all time.
The Notebook.
Oh, that's a good film.
I think you're a romantic.
Yeah,
no?
you
You
are.
know why? I always tell my husband, he reminds me of the Notebook guy. What's his name?
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Because
He's Kenneth.
I told him, you're literally that guy. You can basically build me a house from scratch. Like, you can do that. I know he can because he's into property development. He can build anything. He's a builder. Like, yeah. So yeah, that's my favorite. Oh my gosh, that makes me cry.
That was the last one, no?
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's one more. One thing you love about your... No, actually, sorry. One thing people don't know about you.
One thing that people don't know about me. Maybe my entrepreneur side. Not
Now they know.
Now they know.
Yeah.
I'm into events and like those stuff, like planning. I'm very OC. Yeah, that's one thing they should know.
Really?
Even though I had a wedding planner, I basically planned 50% of it. So I think the events planning will work well for me. That side of the business of Di Cocina.
Especially you like to always be doing things.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah,
really
I
Like
always want to keep.
involved.
I hate it when I just sit at home doing nothing. I'm actually really good at keeping myself busy, even when it's about household chores. Like I gotta do something. Yeah, I gotta have.
You
to be
can't sit
productive.
still.
Oh, I'm such a workaholic because I've been working since I was 18 years old, and I was used to like working for my family. So yeah,
That was sort of your outlet, wasn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
it was my outlet.
If you go on,
No, go.
if you could leave our listeners with one piece of advice for anyone trying to move to the UK from the Philippines, what
Sorry,
would it
say
be?
that first part again.
So if you could leave our listeners,
listeners, okay.
in the Philippines who would love to move here from to the UK from the Philippines, what advice would you give them?
From the UK to
The other way, Philippines
other way.
to the UK.
What would I advise them? I think they should do what I had done, like have a little bit of preparation. You gotta so that you won't be shocked with a change. I think that was really helpful. Otherwise, I think I would have been depressed right away as soon as I moved here. So it really helps that you prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually. That you gotta tell yourself you gotta be independent. You gotta be really independent, and you gotta be tough. And yeah, I think it's important to have like a solid, strong foundation. Like always keep in touch with your loved ones. If they're not physically with you, keep in touch with them. Make sure to always like call them, talk to them, to avoid bad thoughts, depression.
Yeah.
So
Kudos to OFWs.
Yeah.
Because it's
they've-
really hard.
Definitely.
So hard.
I salute them. I have so much
Right?
respect for them.
Just off that, a random question, but is there anything about the UK you don't like that you haven't been a fan of?
I don't like. Maybe
The weather.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, you've said it. The weather. I don't mind the cold, but I don't like the fact that I couldn't make up my mind when I get out of the house if I'm gonna wear sunglasses or like I'm gonna have an umbrella or what. Just have everything.
There's so much to
Or just
bring.
have everything. I think it's the weather. Yeah, that's it. And sometimes when it comes to like planning permissions, like for example, you want to have something done, like it's so strict.
So many,
Oh,
laws.
and also the chain. Like you gotta have like when we bought the house, we had to wait for the chain to be finished.
Was
like,
you in a really long
yes.
chain?
Yeah, it's not like in the Philippines when you want to purchase something, you just purchase it, and you can almost live in it the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything here is just like very proper.
Yeah.
It's a bit uptight.
That's such a perfect word.
That's
Proper. That's so
Very.
British.
It's so proper sometimes. I like want to just like let my hair down a bit more. That's why I like I like that karaoke is being more practiced here now. I've noticed that. Like pubs have random karaoke nights, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that because it makes me feel like somehow I'm still in the Philippines. Because that's the fun side of Filipinos, right?
Yeah.
We love to sing. It doesn't matter if you sing well, just sing
Just
your
love
heart
to sing,
out.
yeah.
Be happy. We're always happy. Whatever situation we are in, we always manage to smile, to be happy all the time. Yeah, that's one thing I love about Filipinos.
I have one question actually, going from what you said. Was there one thing that you felt was a culture shock for you in terms of being here in Britain? Is there a culture shock at all?
Yes, when I gave birth to my first child, I had a C-section, emergency C-section. And in the Philippines, I saw my sister when she gave birth. We were all there beside her. We were able to stay with her for the longest time. Here in the UK, they asked my family to go, like my husband's family. Even my husband wasn't allowed to stay. And this was not even pandemic.
Really?
Yeah, they're not allowed to stay. Like, so you gotta learn. They kind of like teaching you to be independent in some sense, but
It's harsh though.
it's
It
very
is.
harsh.
So harsh.
Very harsh. But before I was bitter about it, but I'm such a positive person. I look at it that way, that they were just teaching me how to be independent.
Yeah.
And imagine I had an incision and I have to get out of the bed to breastfeed my baby, and that was really difficult. And just going to the toilet, I had to do it on my own.
Yeah.
So it was just near, and it felt like 10 minutes going to the toilet when it's just right in front of you. yeah, that
It
was
would've been nice to
very
have support.
shocking. That was, we never do that in the Philippines. In the
No.
Philippines, when you give birth, you're all of the
All of,
the
yeah.
whole barangay.
Yeah.
24 hours as well. Here, there's a
The
certain
whole
time you're
time.
out.
Yeah, that's not how I envisioned my first birthing experience. I thought I'm gonna be surrounded with family, always been taken care of by my loved ones, my husband. So my husband had to go back at a certain time. Very strict,
Yeah.
very strict, very uptight, as I've said.
Very.
So that was I think the worst
Culture shock.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions,
else?
girl?
Oh yes. For anyone wanting to get into showbiz in the Philippines, what advice would you give them?
Oh. Same thing as I've advised the people who are trying to come to the UK, like have a strong foundation. Because I've mentioned earlier, I've used the family of my ex-boyfriend, right, to like barricade me from the predators. So make sure that you have a strong foundation before you enter the show business, because you can easily go lose your track. Like there are a lot of what do you call this, temptations, and it's also important to pray. I believe in God, you know. I'm not super religious, but I believe in praying. I have my own personal relationship with God. I pray at home. Before, I used to go to church every Sunday, but I've realized I've had experiences, you know. My mom had bad experiences with unfortunately with churches, like she was taken advantage of. So I've proven that it's not about going to church. Proving that you're a good person doesn't mean you have to go to the church every
definitely.
Sunday. It's about having your personal
Personal
relationship
relationship.
with God.
Agreed.
You don't. God doesn't require you to go to church to pray. You can pray. Even now, we can pray.
Yeah.
Like as long as you mean it, you know, talk to Him. I think that's very important. If you enter the show business, it's important for you to have faith in God. So whenever there are temptations, you can easily fight it. Having a strong foundation, being with your family all the time, there will be your protectors. And at the same time, if you really, really want to be successful in show business, you got to be tough. You got to accept that you will be a public figure. So anything will be thrown at you. No matter what you do, people will keep saying what they want to say, whether you're a good person or not. So just do what you want to do. Go for your passion. Don't think of what people are saying about you. Do what makes you happy. Yeah. So yeah, don't do anything that is like against your will. Yeah. That's it. What else? I think that's the
No, that's
most
perfect.
Yeah. I love it.
just based on my experiences. Yeah, I think those are the most important ones that they should keep in mind, I think.
Would you encourage our listeners to visit the Cocina? Where is it? Timings and
Yes.
socials.
We have a problem with the website at the moment.
Oh, really?
So I suggest that they follow our social media instead. On Instagram, it's The Cocina UK, and the same thing with Facebook. Or they can just look up my social media. It's Valerie Bangs Garcia. The same thing on Facebook, and I always have updates there. And they can check the timings on our socials. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not the website at the moment. It's under maintenance. There were a few people who said they went there and it was closed because they followed the times, the
on the
operation
website.
time on the website. And I'm so sorry about that, guys. We apologize. It's under maintenance now. But yes, please do visit us at in Hornsey Street, near Holloway Road Station. It's just a 2-minute walk. It's very convenient to go to. Yes. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
in.
you.
and
I
having a chat
enjoyed
with
it.
us.
I feel like you need to come on again. 'cause
Yeah.
there's so much
I feel like it's
about.
unfinished.
It
Like,
wasn't finished.
There's more.
There's so much more to talk
We
about.
really need to try the restaurant too.
I know.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
will
yeah, just let
definitely
me know.
have to.
Yes, we're
We're kinda
coming.
there. Especially.
Oh yeah.
It's buffet too sometimes.